Hi, and welcome to the Stranger Sights channel, episode 3 of Hytale. I am your host, Lily von Stupp. Let's get started. So you might notice in this episode, if you've been following along, that the starter base has come a long way since the last episode. That is basically because I don't want to put you guys through having to watch me chop trees and make blocks and place blocks and then chop more trees and etc., so on forever and ever. So we've made quite a bit of progress. We have ourselves a fairly good sized little box, and I'm now just trying to figure out sort of what I want the place to look like. I know it's not my forever home, it's just my starter base, but I am committed to it not being completely ugly. Alright, so I can get back up there. Eventually I will remember that you can jump multiple blocks in Hytale, unlike in Minecraft, but this was not that moment for me. So I'm removing these blocks that I had already placed because I've decided I want to kind of break up the patterning of the house. It is a little bit too planky for my taste. So we're going to go with these decorative blocks as something to just sort of, I don't know, make it feel a little bit decorative, a little fancy. Here's hoping it works. I mean, so far I think it's going to be pretty cute. Sorry, that was a little bit of a rough transition. So I ran out of those blocks and I'm just trying to get what I promise is not going to be the world's flattest roof. I'm actually, I think, going to put a second story and maybe even a third on here. I know it's just my starter base, so it doesn't theoretically need to be huge, but Hytale has so many different benches and just really space intensive requirements that I feel like even my starter base needs to be kind of huge in comparison to what I would build in, say, Minecraft. So let's get that floor placed. I mean, I don't know. I think this is going to look pretty alright. Definitely need to do a little bit more shaping as I build up. Maybe, I don't know, throw on some decking or some porch. I don't really know the difference between those two things, but they're different, so one or the other. And, I don't know, maybe some cute window boxes, planters or something. And definitely a lot more windows. This place is currently a little bit too, like, rustic farmhouse for me, for sure. And I'm still debating on my roofing options. I know there are a lot of neat ones, but really it's going to depend on what I can get my hands on with basically no resources. Alright, why did I make so many of those decorative blocks? That might have been a little bit overkill. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. No matter what, I am glad I decided to take a break from the straight planks. Someone please just tell me this is going to look good when I'm done. Or at least not be gross. I think, too, I'm probably going to end up having to dig into this hill and make some sort of a better walkway into the house. I don't know why I thought this little tiny beach was going to be the right spot. I'm so unaccustomed to all these workbenches, I really wasn't considering how much space that was going to take up. So, that was my bad. Oh, it's so dark in here. I've made a cavern. I don't really know what I'm going to do about this floor. Wow, these trees go down a long way. Not gonna lie, I didn't really expect that. I don't think my single dirt block's gonna cut it. Sort of, I guess. Okay, we're gonna try something. We're gonna try something and we're gonna pray that it works. Please wait while I look around. Yeah, okay. Not me brainstorming while I work. That one's nice. I don't know, they're all nice. Why not go fancy? Let's do it. Yeah, I know I just put you down. It's fine. It was always gonna end like this. With me having no idea what I'm doing and just sort of winging it. Look at me go. Oh, did not anticipate that. That's unfortunate. Alright. Fix that. So no such thing as floating chests in Hytale, I see. That's fine, that's messy. Shouldn't do that anyway. Not me doing it all the time in Minecraft. Don't worry about it. One thing I do like about Hytale over Minecraft is that you don't need that like open block on top of your top chest in a room like this, so I could go all the way up to my ceiling. And I might, I'm not sure. I know this isn't the most fascinating thing in the world, but inventory management is such a huge part of these games, and it is such a pain. I like that Hytale has instituted a backpack system, but so far I'm not really finding it to be all that useful. Which is really too bad. I know in modded Minecraft you can use backpacks, and I wonder if I would have the same problem there. I imagine I probably would. I rely so heavily in Minecraft on things like shulker boxes that I don't know how I would exist without them. It's just like real life. Every time I dig into my bag or my pockets, there's just a confusing amount of stuff. Things that have no real reason to be anywhere on my person at any time. But, oh well, it is what it is, I guess. Alright, where should I put these? Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, so you don't need that extra block. That is incredibly handy. I know it doesn't technically make sense, because how can you open the chest if there's no space there, but not me complaining. Like I said, inventory management. So annoying. It's fine, though. Okay. Where with you? Good enough for me. I still don't really think anything is in its final place. Nothing looks like I want it to look. And also, I don't really want to live here forever. I'm kind of out in the middle of nowhere and surrounded by a bunch of trees and bears. And I don't like living by bears. They are scary. Why? Why did I decide to do this after everything was in place? That was silly of me. Nope, what am I doing? My brain exploded for a minute. I'm doing a pattern, I promise. Not just randomly placing blocks. I'm not that chaotic. Oh good, I actually got in bed at the right time for the first time ever. Alright. Digging up the stuff. Oh, I put all those chests down, and I'm gonna have to move them again anyway. Good job, Lily. You nailed it. Oh, look at me being a fool. Whatever. As we always say, it is what it is, and maximum effort and all that. Good job, me. Nailed it. I am having a time. That's okay though, really. This gives me some time to kind of think through how I'm gonna do, well, everything, really. This is Lily's thinking time. Punch, 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 place, place, place. It'll be worth it. I hope. I promise. Can I hope and promise at the same time? Is that allowed? Alright. Hey, we're getting back to that door again. I'm gonna have to break that for the 5 millionth time. Not gonna do it just yet. I think that's gonna be something I come back to, but I don't like that I can see the outside underneath the door. It looks a little bit, I'm gonna say unprofessional, but also just generally not good. That's not good. I have finally figured out to work smarter, not harder, though. There is no reason for me to keep breaking the bench, then breaking the block, when I can just break the block to break the bench. We're learning. Now I know. And like the G.I. Joes taught us, knowing is half the battle. So, I've basically already won. Oh, woof, that was not where I wanted that. You know better, Lily. Place blocks in the right place. Okay. Back to work. Hi, did you know you can put 2 ore in here at one time and they will just smelt one after the other? I didn't know that. I found that out later. That's the joys of adding voiceover after the fact. You can point out all the silly mistakes you didn't realize you made. But that's okay. Again, we're learning. Okay. Take my stuff, put it away in the fancy box. Alright, where were we? Oh yeah, the door. Okay, let's break this again. It'll be worth it. It's gonna look better. I know it. Yeah, I already think it's gonna look better. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, even from outside it looks nice. No regrets. I feel like there was an easier way to do that. I don't think I was supposed to use an axe on my bedroll. Alright, watch me save you the trouble. Look at that. See, I think that turned out okay. It's not my favorite, but it at least goes with the house. So, I don't know. The vibes are fine. We're gonna stick with it for now. Not me fussing with things. What do you mean? Yeah, I am flat out just fussing with things. All right. I mean, that looks fine there, right? Yeah, I'm gonna need to do something about this. But that will be a problem for another episode. Thanks for joining, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope I'll see you next time. Bye!